Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, original, chapter number 3, text number 34. Karma Yoga. Indriya yasya nindriyasyarte ragadvesho vyavasthido tayorna vasam agachet tavohi yasya parivandino. There are so many unavoidable things, especially attachment and repulsion, aversion, hatred. Attachment is there and also hatred is there. Not only in our mind, it is also outside. You may actually hate somebody, but over the time, when they behave very nicely, you start liking that person. Eventually, it ends up in attachment. And you may like somebody, another person's wife is also an attachment. There are so many places that you visit. Pilgrimage sites, picnic spots, people who travels on the bus, in the car, in airplane, in train. You make friendship and sometimes you get attached to. Then you share their phone number. Why? The whole point is the attachment is here and attachment is also in the external world. So therefore, the Sanat Kumaras asked Lord Brahma, our dear Father, a person who wants to be liberated from this material world, how can they counteract or cross over these material attachments? The objects of the senses and the mind is always interacting one another. Sometimes we suppress the attachment because of knowledge. But the external presentations of this world by business class of people, they bring world-class advertisements, artificial intelligence, discoveries, inventions, food, sounds, musics, movies, and attract you towards that. Why? Because we live in material consciousness. Because we live in material consciousness, any material attraction can create fantasy for you. You are carried away by that. So these external objects drag us to accept them, try to enjoy them. So the Kumaras asked Lord Brahma, a person who likes to be free from this material entanglement, how can they destroy the objects of the senses entering into the mind and the mind entering into the sense objects? Brahma, being a creator, naturally a passionate person. A passionate person cannot have any spiritual knowledge or realizations. No. Passion means unnecessarily active. in all fields, whether it is in employment section, household section, entertainment industry, or sexual industry, or political field, or scientific field, or philosophical field. If we use this passion, self-realization will be checked. You cannot have any real knowledge of the self or the creation or God. So that is what the passion contributes. Sometimes we take it, oh, my passion is actually to manifest this, and do this. You won't get the truth of it when you approach passionately. So therefore, the Kumaras were asking to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma, being a creator, naturally a passionate person, unable to answer to his children, Sanat Kumaras. However, he told them, see, I may not be able to reciprocate or answer you for your thoughtful, intelligent questions. However, I can actually guide you to the Supreme Person, the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The moment Lord Brahma said that to the Kumaras, the Absolute Lord, understanding the perplexity of Lord Brahma, appeared in the form of a swan in front of the Kumaras. And Lord Brahma said, now you shall ask your questions to the Supreme Lord. So what they asked to Lord Brahma was, Guneshu aviside chedo, gunas chedasi cha prabho, kadam anyonya santyago, mumukshor adiditisho. O Lord, people's mind is naturally inclined towards material sense objects. Similarly, the material sense objects in the form of material desires enters into their mind. Therefore, how can a person who desires liberation from both these interactions of mind and sense objects can get rid of it? And as I said, Brahma could not answer. Therefore, he guided them to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So, when the Supreme Lord appeared there, the Kumaras turned and looked at the beautiful swan. Then what happened? Drishtva mam va ubhavrajya kritva padabhivandanam brahmanam agrada kritva prachu ko bhavan idi. After seeing the Supreme Lord, the Kumaras went to the Supreme Lord and paid obeisances. Padabhi Vandanam Brahmanam Agrada Kritva, keeping Lord Brahma in lead. Agrada. Then they began to frankly ask the Supreme Lord. Paprachu means asked. What did they ask? Ka Bhavan. Ka Bhavan means, Sir, who are you? Because the sages wanted to know the ultimate truth of the yoga system, they approached the Supreme Lord. In this way, what they asked Lord Brahma, they asked the same question. And Lord Krishna began to answer. Guneshu avisade chedo, gunas chedasi cha praja, divasya deha ubhaya, gunas chedo matatmanaha. So Krishna said, my dear sons, the mind has the natural proclivity to enter into the sense objects. Similarly, the sense objects also natural inclination in entering to the mind. But you should understand both the material mind and sense objects are merely designations that cover the spirit soul from its original identification. And those spirit souls are just part and parcels of me, Krishna says. Matatmana, their mind. And the truth is that there is no difference between God and Jivas in quality. A son comes from the father, his father's amsha. So we are all Krishna's amsha. Therefore, Krishna says, Mathatmana. It is the nature of this world. Get attached and develop repulsion. Because both are connected, the sense objects and the material mind. You are unable to detach by your own endeavor. Not possible. But in between the mind and sense objects, you create a wall. When you create a wall, the sense objects is coming to enter into the mind because there is a wall called Lakshmana Rega. It bounced back. Just like Ravana tried to cross the Lakshmana Rega, he could not, so he fell back. Nor the mind can come and it also cannot cross that wall. Right? So what is that wall in between sense objects and your mind? Our mind is expert in thinking, feeling, willing. Because you put a subject of food in the mind will think, feel, will on the food. If you put sleeping subject, then the mind will think about that. If you put sex subjects, the mind will think, feel, will about it. It's all about the subject, the consciousness supplies to the mind, and the mind actually start enlarging it more and more. So that enlargement is the sense objects, right? In different ways it actually comes to you. Therefore Krishna says, you create a wall in between these two things. What is that wall? That wall, Krishna says, is me. You put me in central. The sense objects and the mind fears only me. So they both go back. So that wall is bhakti, not yoga, not karma, not jnana, not dhyana, but bhakti yoga. Activities performed in relation with Krishna in Krishna consciousness. So we have a relationship with the Supreme Lord. That relationship, nobody can break it. That is eternal, but it is dormant. So we bring to the surface that natural attachment for the Supreme Lord. By doing so, the sense objects and the mind will not interact anymore and will not actually put you in conditional life. So this is the Krishna consciousness. So we need to grow from our childish mind to a mature personality's mind. For that purpose, we have to take up the process of Krishna consciousness. This is what Krishna advocated to the Kumaras, that it is me, but people do not know that. People don't want to take my advice, my instructions. Why? Because they are under hatred and attachment. How will you bring the Lord in your life? You just follow the authoritative instructions by the acharyas. Buy a mala that has 108 beads, and on that mala you chant by moving 1, 2, 3 like that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and hear that holy name. Chanting and hearing. This is called dhyana, meditation, yoga. So when you build that wall by chanting the holy name, the sense objects, this chanting the holy name will bring your mind under your consciousness. It will not go to the sense objects. Nor when the sense objects comes, the mind is not there. It cannot enter. Because you don't go there where the sense objects are available. The sense objects will not enter. It is because you are going there, the sense objects is entering in you. It's like a ghost. If there is a ghost haunted house, if you go there, the ghost will harass you. The sense objects are like that. The mind is by nature very serene. Just like a lamp in a windless place. It burns straight, nicely. When wind blows, the burning lamp becomes disturbed. Just like at your home, when you burn the ghee lamp and turn on the fan, then the flame is disturbed. Like that, our mind is serene and tranquil by nature because of the social interactions, entertainment program, amusement agendas, corporate policies, children, family issues, legal issues, company subjects, school, college, office, this, that. There are so many things. Naturally, the mind will be disturbed. Therefore, to get away from all these things, you accept the sense objects. Where can I go and sit and eat? Or develop some relationship with somebody who can give me so much happiness? So we go behind these sense objects. That is what Krishna is saying. An attachment comes, the next moment, after enjoying, entertaining that particular things, the hatred comes. So attachment and repulsion is always coming and going. So don't get entangled in this attachment and detachment, Krishna says. Become sober, chant the holy name, accept the spiritual life as your real life, material life as the stepping. But if you take material life as the chief and spiritual life as a stepping, we will suffer. We suffer death, we suffer birth, we suffer old age, we suffer disease. All the other sufferings are simply extra, additional sufferings. So we have Krishna and we have Maya, who we should embrace. That is up to our individual choice. Hare Krishna.